Hello everybody, it's your boy N here. I'm coming at you guys with another YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the infinite ammo Enzo setup. Otherwise, I'm just going to call it Glenzo because this is literally Gley in Enzo. Take of that what you will, but this build is insane. It's so much fun and it's an unconventional Gley, but it absolutely works. Let's get on into the build. Starting off with the Enzo modules. Now the most important thing is going to be using the focus fire red module. Essentially what this has changed, or what's changed about this red module, is that it got reworked into giving some pretty sweet buffs. The way that you are going to take advantage of this red module is the following. You can see here that when you cast your first ability, you get a quick load buff, and this gives plus 60% on your reload time modifier. Now this is gonna basically allow you to reload fast, and then we're pairing that up with the fourth ability, which is the focus fire in itself. You can see that the skill power modifier increase has been added to the fourth ability, but the firearm crit rate has also been increased by 0.4 seconds, and this is scalable by your shield. So we are going to be maxing out our shield for Enzo in this build. Now on top of that, the nice thing about this is that it also says firearm crit rate increase, and you can see here on a crit rate this will basically just make the drone infinite. If you can hit a ton of crits regardless with your weapon, you're basically balling. So that's what we are going to be essentially focusing on. So for our modules, we are going to be going with the following. We're going to be going with two cooldown modules, that being nimble fingers and MP conversion. Then we're going to be going with overwhelming shield for of course locking our HP at 1 and converting this into a shield build. Then we are going to be going with increased HP, maximize stim accelerant, increased shield, HP conversion to shield, and then amplification control to basically buff our shield as high as it can go. And then we are just balancing this all out with maximized duration for of course duration, and also maximized conservation so that we've got enough MP to keep spamming our abilities. So this is basically the Enzo setup. Next up, for the external components and the reactor. For the reactor, nothing major still matters. I would still recommend going with cooldown and duration up. That's basically it for the reactor. Just make sure you've got cooldown and duration up. Now for the external components, there is two things I would basically say that are worth noting. Now I have gone with 2 pieces of shell crusher for fire rate. You could go with 4 pieces, but I've also decided to go with 2 pieces of ascending armory just because I prefer skill cost. But if you want to replace this with 2 pieces of annihilation or firebrand for extra duration, this would also be fine. These 2 external components are basically going to be either ascending armory or it'll be duration, is the only thing I can think of. So it's just whichever ones you prefer using, but for me it's going to be skill cost. And then shell crusher is my second choice, or my other 2 piece, because I like the fire rate. If you want to go full shell crusher, this would also be quite good because this allows you to destroy shields faster or bubbles. So yeah. As for your external component cores, you are 100% going to want to get yourself max shield across all of these, and then you're also going to want to get the defense across this, which will basically just make you take less damage. And ideally on your processor, you would want max shield and shield recovery modifier, but this is what I've got on my processor for now. So for the Arche tuning tree, this is what I have gone with. Now this is going to be focusing on getting again even more reload time modifier, and then just focusing on the multi-hit aspect, because the main weapon we are going to be doing DPS with, that being the restored relic, is going to scale very nicely off of DPS. So you're going to want to make the tree have multi-hit on it. Next up, we're just going to go up here for firearm attack. More general rounds, or more rounds overall, including high power, and then just more firearm attack is going to be the best thing you can go for. Now I hear some of you like, why are you going for additional firearm attack, and why are you not going for enhanced crit rate? You could do this, it's completely fine, but I prefer the firearm attack and I don't really have any issues with crit rate. But if you want to use crit rate over here, this would also be pretty good, so it's just your preference. Next up, for the weapons. Now, weapons, there's only one weapon you are actually going to need, and that is the restored relic. Now, as for the relic, you can go with essentially whatever you want on your element. Now, in this example, I will be using toxic, but I will make it very clear to you how this works, and I'll give you a little showcase of just how to do all of this before we get on into the actual gameplay that I'm going to present to you for this video as well. So let's talk about the Relic. Now, first of all, you're going to want triple 20% fire rate. If you get lower than 20%, you're not maxing out the fire rate on your Relics. You are going to want to pull as much fire rate as you can. 60% is going to be the absolute best experience. For your two elements on the substats, your two cores, you are going to go with whichever element you want. If you want to use it with chill, go for chill. If you want to do fire, electricity or toxic, do whichever you want. Now for your substats, multi-hit chance and multi-hit damage are going to be the most important. Explosive attack would again be a very important one. And then for me, again, I've gone with toxic, or damage to a specific faction would be a good one as well. If you are making it for a specific element, then that would be perfect. For the actual modules on here, this is what I've gone with. Now, this is a fairly standard relic based around multi-hit, and then we are also gonna make sure that it does a ton of damage as well. So we've got some firearm attack and explosive attack modules, then we've got some radius modules, as well as ammo optimization down here, and more rounds in your magazine as well. And then you've got fire rate, which is the main thing, 2 multi-hit modules, toxic enhancement or elemental enhancement only. The reason we are not using priorities because of course negative reload time modifier, so we want to avoid using that one. And then just maxed out rounds, so expand high power rounds is going to be perfectly good with this. The reason we are using high power rounds is because it does scale off the amount of rounds in your reserve, so this will help expand your reload modifier for this build. Now, inversions. Let's quickly have a look at the inversion reinforcements. I have gone with the max shield upon defeating an enemy here. Then I've also gone with toxic, or you can replace this one. But the other one is the ammo system. When landing a crit, you get more reload modifier, stacks up to 5 times. So you're basically bowling, so just don't change your weapon. Now, let me go on into the showcase, because the showcase is where it's going to get very important. Okay, so I will showcase 3 weapons real quick, and this is essentially going to be the main thing you're going to want to pay attention to. So the way we will be using this is by casting Enzo's first ability and then casting his 4th ability, and then once you're here you'll get quick load and you'll also get focus fire. And you can see here with the relic, I shoot it, basically reloads almost instantly, and then we're back to shooting it. And no matter what I do here, as long as this quick load is on, I cannot run out of ammo even if I tried with this relic, which is absolutely dope. Now, you're just going to want to cast your 1 once you see your buff has gone, and then you're just going to want to keep circling this. Make sure to cast your 4 as well, and that's basically it. You are essentially locked in with infinite ammo on your Enzo, and you're absolutely ready to destroy absolutely everything. Now, when it comes to other weapons though, it's at the same principle. More or less, yeah. Even with the Malevolent, if you've got payout on your Malevolent, you're basically going to be thugging regardless. But if you don't, and you're just here, and you're just spraying as well regardless, even with this, you'll still basically get a very similar, if not the exact same experience. You can see here, once my reload modifier kicks in, I'm basically bowling. Payouts kicked in as well. Once it's gone, you can see my Malevolent reloading insanely fast, and I can just keep spraying. This is such a great thing to have on like almost every build. It's honestly insane. Then the last one I will present to you guys, just as a little example, will be the Smithereens over here. Now again, with Smithereens, you can see me spraying in mobs and hitting crits basically everywhere. And then once my quick load kicks in, if I have it on, hang on a second, gotta make sure. Do I have it on? Nope, I do not. So let me cast this again. Cast the 4th ability too. Quick load is just activated. There you go. Now this should be a lot faster. There you go. You can see my reload is like basically instant. So if I just force a reload here, takes like half a second, not even that, and you're basically just, yeah, fully automatic shotgun as well. So you can see conceptually this build is like absolutely insane. As long as you keep your 1 on and then basically just use your 4, you're basically bowling. So yeah, ideally you are going to want to make sure that you want to maximize your quick loads. To maximize your quick load, you're going to want to reload and then take your first ability before the drone refills. So yeah, make sure to do that. Essentially, that's the most important thing. Anyways, that's the showcase. So now let me just go on into a little bit of gameplay just to show you that, you know, this build absolutely destroys where you want it to. So let's get on into it. So let's have a look at some 400% gameplay, and I'll show you what this build is like, show you how it performs, and I'll see you guys at the end of the run. So you can see that this build rips everything apart. I'm just getting unlucky as hell right now. But you can see, just because of the Relic just being so strong and having basically little to basically no reload, it absolutely destroys everything. Even inside of a 400%, 2.5 minutes for a shelter run for a Descendant with literally zero mobbing capabilities is not bad at all. Next up, let's have a look at some Sigma Sector gameplay. This Enzo in my lobby was one of my viewers in my stream whilst making this build, and bro was running the exact same thing as me. He got 190 million damage, which is nothing compared to what I got. So sit back, relax, enjoy the gameplay. But that's basically been this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. Smash that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.